Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I was making a video about some Predator tips and tricks for people who are either new to the game or want to get, a leg up on some new ideas on how to play the game. While I was going through some of the footage, I was going to place a couple of the games together, not the full length, but some certain segments, and I realized that I wasn't really going over entirely what I was doing and why I was doing it because I got so focused on the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out some certain sections of what I think a Predator should constantly be doing, and I'm going to go over it right now audio-wise and kind of just explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So without further ado, enjoy the video. Okay, so the first three clips you're about to see here are the beginning of each of the games that I'm going to show you.
Really? Over there?
I'm doing this because in the beginning it starts the exact same, and I kind of want to emphasize the fact that in the very beginning you should be using that locate target, that down on the D-pad for PlayStation. I'm not sure what button it is for PC, but you should be finding your targets. Now we're going to get back into actual gameplay.
Okay, whatever.
And in this right here, what you're going to see is I'm going to be in infrared, and I'm going to think that they're going one way.
Someone there?
But in reality, I notice the direction that they're going because one of them has their mics on. So as a Predator, if any of them have their mics on, you're going to want to look for these audio bubbles that you'll see here in a second.
That way.
So I'm in infrared, and there is an audio bubble right there. And you can see in the top left corner, the mic was lighting up. So that let me know exactly where he was, even though he was muddied up. And I stalk the prey. This is another thing that I want to emphasize is don't be scared to use injured players as bait, just like a normal Predator would. You see in the movies all the time, the Predator will like bear trap someone or kill someone and use audio decoys essentially to make the people think that they're still alive, and then we'll go in for the kill.
I see it just barely. Over here.
And then I wait for them to get picked up. I go to do a little bit of damage, chip away damage. I go to pick up my arrows, nothing more. I run away. And this is another thing I want to emphasize, is constantly get pigs to die. Because sometimes pigs will spawn and despawn, and it's a waste when they despawn. So kill them, that way their corpse stays there. Come back to them later. You don't need to eat them right away.
Oh, there's a PC player, that's
I've noticed a lot of people, when they're playing as a Predator, they will not use ranged weapons in close quarters combat. I feel that this really limits the Predator's capabilities, because you can land a really nice charged hit like that and just land two quick, swift wrist blade hits and they're down. Now here I get hit by being a little greedy and get put on second wind. I don't know how I miss those melee strikes, but I left this in here. Usually I cut when I go need to heal, but I left this in here because I wanted to showcase that you don't need to be sprinting all the time. Sometimes you need to just sit there, chill, take a few shots because you're not worried about it, and leap away. Make sure you get those leaps, get as far, as you can away from them. Wasting your stamina on sprinting is not going to help. Trying really hard not to hit the guy who's going to die. And then I realized I was taking too many shots anyways, so taking one fire team member down, getting them nervous, is sometimes worth it.
I feel like he's gonna come around the corner and just fucking laser beam me.
So we heal real quick, make them feel like they have time, and then we get right back into it.
Yep.
stage.
There's another thing I don't see people utilizing enough is while they're meleeing is switching in and out of invisibility. A lot of people will only go invisible when they desperately need to run. And I think that that gives fire team members a false sense of security.
Help me. This way. Careful, careful. I'm down.
See the hit and run with the invisibility. I don't need to run, but I'm going to.
Smoke out. Throwing smoke.
We don't want them calling in reinforcements yet. We want to make sure that they do it in order to get a full squad. And I know that this Arnold is on death's door, but I want to make sure that he's ready for a stealth kill later. So I hit him enough to scare him and to make him feel the urgency, but not enough to kill him. And then I go to make more feeding supplies. That's something I think every predator should do, is kill as many pigs as possible. That way you don't have to give away your location when you go to eat.
Requesting reinforcement on my position.
And launch Arnold out of the window. And now that there's only one guy left and he's on death's door, we're going to go ahead and let them call reinforcements in. We're going to go ahead and go on top. And that way we regen some energy. We don't want to be rude and kill the guy on death's door immediately.
I need to get stitched up.
Go after the guy with the LMG because he's a bigger threat. And then we have a whole feeding station ready for us. So that we see them healing. I wanted to blow up that healing kit. I didn't realize it was there. We see that our mask is smoking and we stay still. Sometimes it's better to stay still and not move when you feel like you might get shot. If they hit marker you, run, but as of right now they have no idea. And then we're going to go ahead and stealth kill this guy. Now we just noticed a ammo crate. We're going to go ahead and blow that up so they can't keep getting syringes.
I need help.
We're not going to kill him right away. We go ahead and let them res him.
I need help. Shoot it.
And then we went and healed. I skipped over that.
We are compromised.
And then we go ahead and we're going to finish them while they're in here. We're going to do the hit and run tactical a few more times. But I left this part in because I wanted to show the hit and run tactic a little more. Every single time they went to shoot us, we went invisible, ran away.
Get me up.
And then we just repeat until they're all dead. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next game.
Oh, it's better to not like wait until you hit the edge of the branch or find a spot. What the hell? Find a spot that you want, like that you're trying to go to. It's better to just tap X while looking in the direction you want to go, because you'll end up getting close enough to it.
So again, with the sound, we are able to see them shooting, and we're able to see them talking, because I think 3 of them actually have mics. So when they're talking in game chat, we're able to see those little audio bubbles pop up. Which is why you got to be really careful about talking when you're in game chat. But to better articulate what I was trying to say is, when you're jumping from tree to tree, it's better to look at the branch that you want to go to and just wait for that leap to, that X to leap option. It's better to leap from branch to branch rather than waiting for it to automatically take you there.
Okay. Let's throw a grenade toss.
Now, if you don't know where a pig is yet, and you don't have one procured, I would recommend using the healing kit just to make sure that you don't lose the fire team too early on. And that way, if you're taking damage like I just did with the grenade, you'll still end up at full health. I really like that aspect of the healing kit, where if you actually take the time to get the entire thing in, you almost end up at full health every time. So we see that they put a med kit down. We go ahead and try to blow that up. One thing all predators should know is that whatever side that they're on when they're using their weapons, it's usually the left side.
Damn, alright.
You have to aim a little more to the right to compensate for the side that your arrow is shooting from, or the plasma caster. You gotta overcompensate. So we're gonna go ahead and look for a pig this time. We see 2. And you can turn invisible while eating pigs. It makes it a tad bit harder for them to find you. And I think it's a valuable asset to utilize. So when you're invisible and you start to eat a pig, you lose that invisibility, but then you can tap it again in order to go invisible. Just makes it harder for them to determine which pig you're eating at if there are multiple pigs in an area. Now obviously there's still blood, so you gotta be careful. See how I'm utilizing the bow while in melee range? Sometimes you miss shots, but then when you charge them, you immediately pick the bolt back up. And you can't hear them. I don't know why when you record you can't hear the in-game chatter. But the reason I laughed like that was because one of them was like, Jesus, because I was taking them down rather quickly. Now something I noticed is that when someone has the perk that allows them an extra down, you can't stealth kill them right away, even though it has the stealth kill icon.
You ain't got time to...
So I tried there again and it didn't let me. So I saw him watching the body, but I went ahead and I wanted to take that claim anyways. And I show the leap away, but I don't show the heal. He ends up tracking me down.
Ooh, he found me.
Now when that happens and they're by themselves, it's good to take them down before their teammates get there. You can leave them, or you can finish them, either way. I end up leaving them to go back to my feeding ground where I know that there are pigs. And there's a guy waiting there too. Alright. So a good way to find your arrows is go into infrared, and it'll kind of show you where they're scattered around. That is a good point. And there's a med kit right there. I could have blown that up, but I was more focused on picking up my arrows and getting health. But when you are in infrared mode, you get to see those arrows on the floor. Since one guy's already dead, I'm not worried about saving them until the respawn.
Oh, one of the pigs I killed.
So again, it's easier to find pigs when you're in infrared mode. The icon shows up from a further distance. This was really lucky. I don't know how he didn't hit me once, but down him. And I was gonna let his teammate pick him up, but he ends up not showing up.
Alright, is he coming to get you? Or do you want to be respawned?
So I go to finish him just because I'm assuming that he's at the respawn beacon already. And then we just repeat, you know?
There you go.
You just hit and run the entire game. Now we're jumping into the third clip. And
We'll
here I want to
there
emphasize
first.
the fact that you can find...
And on our way there, we're going to go ahead and stop in this building and see if
You can find the respawn
the
beacons
spawn
early.
beacon is there.
If you know where they spawn, you can go ahead and check out those areas.
Spawn beacon is here. So that's where they're going to be coming to try to respawn their teammates. Now, if you're in infrared mode, you can actually see medkits and ammo supply crates.
And that'll come in handy later
I'm going to go ahead and
When,
assume that the mission objective is-
when they go to resupply. It's a good thing to know that when the ammo crates do explode, they make
Another
quite an
medkit.
explosion.
You can blow them up. You can blow up ammo crates to make sure that they run thin on resources. But I seem to have found them.
So in this game, we use mostly our plasma caster and wrist blade. Playing much more of a jungle hunter type of build.
Cover me. Glad you got here.
I'm supposed to take less damage in the trees, not an equal amount. Damn. Alright, so it is much more beneficial to go after pigs until you break your first second wind. Once you break your first second wind, then I'd go ahead and use medkits, but until then, pigs. Oh,
So yes, I agree.
come on. Stop
Um,
rolling down the hill.
that
I need
medkits,
you.
I wouldn't use those until you've...
You could actually go
wasted a
invisible
second
after
wind.
you start eating the pig.
I would definitely
Doesn't
look for
help
pigs.
a whole lot because
That
you
way,
still see
if
the
you
blood
find
right
pig and
next to
start
the
eating
pig.
it, and they down
Paying
you.
attention.
So there's a med kit here and an ammo crate. We don't want them to use either of
That
those.
is a supply box. So we're gonna go ahead and do
So he realized that I was aiming on it, the other guy didn't.
blow it up.
And when you blow it up, it took two of them down. Like, I'm not sure how much health they were at, but 2 people down in one explosion.
Still for it.
Definitely would
I
recommend
feel
trying
no
to booby trap
remorse In
crates.
killing you.
Maybe if you have a bear trap, put it next to a crate. As soon as they get near it, they get stuck next to it, and then you just blow it up. So as a predator, I like to protect the fire team once they're down, and there's only one guy left. I'll go ahead and I'll try to kill the AI. That way he can res them without dying. Blow up the med kit immediately. Don't let him have it.
First aid.
So not only can you blow up ammo crates and med kits that spawn naturally, but you can also blow up the ones that they place down.
Ah, I gotta find fucking shots. Whoa, okay, come on.
auto jump. You're supposed to.
Tight spot. I'm out. Reloading.
God, why am I walking so slow? Come on. There's a med kit there. I want to blow it up, but I end up, you know, it hits to the left because it shoots from the left cannon instead of in the middle of your face like a gun. Let's go ahead and find ourselves another pig. This way. We're invis, so they shouldn't really be able to see us. They think letting up will help them, but it won't. So again, killing as many pigs as you can in an area. That way you have a good source of health and food that you can always come back to in a leap or two. So we heard them say med kit, so we're gonna go ahead and go blow that one up as well. How much med kit shit do I need to blow up? For some reason here, pressing X to jump up the tree did not work twice in a row.
Climb up the tree when I tell you to climb up the tree.
But again, here we practice the hit and run tactic.
How did you spot me? Oh, bullshit on that.
Sometimes while I'm playing, I get a little salty about people's ability to track.
Right now.
We let our energy build up, and then we go back in.
Help me out here.
He saw the laser and stopped last second. Good for him.
Get out of here. Help me. Catching up.
We go ahead and we go in for the hit just to down him, and then we're gonna go eat.
Woo! Nope, don't want to hit my first second win. Thank you, though. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good.
There's the pig, we go to eat, and then we come
That's
back.
right, I have a dead pig over there already. Yeah, pig.
So,
So if
we
you
go
can't
ahead
find
and we
your
get
pig,
low
you
enough to
need
the point where we have to
infrared
go
mode.
eat, and
We'll actually...
we just repeat. And you keep coming back in
Give
waves.
you the little icon above the dead carcass.
Down them, come back. That's about it. We're gonna go into the last game now.
So we'll probably start off the same. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that they have to come here because they have a sniper here. Usually there's only a sniper if their objective involves that area. And I'm not seeing any red crates there, so. Oh.
Alright, so for this game, same type of thing, same deal. We're gonna go ahead and do chip damage. the entire time. Go invis after a couple hits, and then disappear. Especially when they're fighting the AI. They're preoccupied, they're looking all different directions. They have no idea they're under attack. So again, protect the fire team, let them revive. Don't let them get demolished by AI.
What am I looking at?
Look for pigs when you can. Now we know that there are some over there in the far left. Remember bow strikes?
Help me!
Unfortunately, they let a guy die here. So go ahead and get that claim while he's reviving and we know we're safe. And go back into the fight. Unfortunately, this player is kind of rude and doesn't save his teammates. He lets them bleed out, actually. That is something we'll take the time to talk about. So if you see on the right side of the screen where the chat box is, you can see every player who I have scanned by looking at them while in infrared. Every character that I have looked at for a long enough time for that little diamond to appear,
I'm clearly letting
their name and a score under their name shows up. And if you kill them and claim them, you actually get that XP, that point value as XP.
We'll go to the next one and see if it's there.
So here we're going to infrared, and since he has a mic and he's talking, we'll see his audio level.
Hopefully his team doesn't leave him, because I'd really prefer... Oh, well,
So since he has a mic, I was actually able to hear him and hear what direction his voice was coming from.
Wait, what?
Now this guy claims he hasn't played in a while. You can't hear it in chat, but he does run away from the respawn, and I have to kind of direct him back to it.
What is that?
Sometimes you can utilize the roar emote to make people believe that you just healed and wasted one of your stims while holding on to your
Let's find a
stims,
pig.
which is
Let
super
him
beneficial
revive
because
his
if the fire
teammates,
team thinks that
he's
you don't
scared
have
to
any
go
stims
out.
left and you
He's
still
going
have
away.
both of them, that's a huge advantage.
Let's go heal ourselves.
So again, creating a little feeding ground by killing every pig in the area.
What the fuck was that?
Requesting emergency backup at my position.
Over here!
So again, yeah, you'll see him. He just now respawned them, but he runs away.
Is that?
You have to stand near them. Near it.
Wait, what?
That was so fast. So again, with the wrist blade strikes paired with the bow strike. As soon as Arnold used that syringe, we hit him with the bow. backs up into us because we're invisible. He has no idea where we are.
Come on, man! Contact is using advanced camo.
Ah, one of them died. That's so sad.
So I ran away so they would feel like they could heal. This guy's the dead guy, so we'll go ahead and claim him. Remember, you gotta account for the fact that you're shooting on the left side of your body, which I did not.
I'm hit. Help me up.
This guy pushed us up, and we're gonna go ahead and run away and heal. And they end up letting their team die. I don't know what what any of these players' problems are, but they don't heal, they don't save. They have plenty of time to do so, and they don't do it. They'd rather get themselves killed than save a teammate.
This guy's got no idea what's going on.
So they got 2 down teammates still. I realize that he's not going to be saving anyone. He's getting lit up by the AI. I know he's going to die.
Help me! I'm reloading.
That's it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned something along the way, whether it's an in-game mechanic you didn't know existed or a new strat like the bow and arrow melee combo that works really well and you want to implement yourself. In any case, since my last Alpha Predator video came out, you guys showed a ton of love and support, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. If you want to see more content similar to that, go ahead and leave a like and comment down below, and I'll be buying the Samurai Predator, so I'll probably do the exact same thing with him, and letting you guys know what I think if he comes up with a new weapon, how I feel the weapon is compared to all the other weapons, and if you want to hold off on buying and then check back here, I'm definitely going to be leaving my own review on him, all the customizations and all that stuff, just like the Alpha Predator. So there's that, and if you guys want, you know, to see different kind of content, whether it's Fireteam, Predator, let me know, and I'll do my damnedest to make it happen. I hope you all enjoyed the video and have a wonderful day. Thank you.